Hello and welcome. This is Jody Olette, your home business transformation authority. Today I am talking about the subject of leadership versus management. And really this is the second video and article in a series that I'm doing. And I'm here to tell you that the whole purpose of me putting this together is really to help you understand the value of leadership and its effects on your home business. See, my goal is to help you, to really equip you to become successful, to transform your business, to really get into a position where you're able to earn the level of income that you desire and really create that dream lifestyle. Now, what we're going to be talking about today in the second part of this series in leadership versus management is really about how to create explosive growth. You see, one of the key factors that you really need to understand is, first of all, in order to truly succeed in a home business, you need to not only become a better leader yourself, but you need to learn how to attract higher quality leaders. There's also something that I want to talk about today, which is really a distinction about managers or management. See, it's not necessarily in a person's title or position in a company. What we're talking about is really a style of thinking, a leadership style of thinking. It's the way that you approach not only working with people, but really approach how you build your business. And so the first thing that I want to address is what really is the distinction between managers and leaders is that managers have a tendency to seek followers. And what I really mean by this is people that are less qualified, less skilled than they are. And there are a couple of reasons that this really happens. See, oftentimes you'll find managers that, if they are going through a hiring process or if they're staffing their team or building a business, there is this tendency to go ahead and work with people that may not know as much as you, may not be experienced as you, and definitely don't have stronger leadership skills than you, okay? A couple of reasons. Number one is the need to feel important, okay? I mean, this is really a basic human desire to be recognized, to feel important. And you know what? When you're in that position of authority, when you are that manager, that decision maker, the go-to person, you can't help but feel important, right? Like you have that important position in that company. The second thing is the need to be needed, okay? When you feel like your knowledge, your information, your skills, your work experience, what you really give to that organization is needed, again, that all lends to that feeling of being important, that needing to be needed. The third factor is really fear, and this can be a fear of losing your job, a fear of somebody else coming along that's better than you, the fear of being replaced, or the fear of being dispensable. And all of these really have to do with insecurities. I have to tell you that I have personal experience with this because it wasn't until I really began my leadership study that I understood that I actually was this person. When I first got started in my business management career, I remember looking at applications, and if I felt the person was more qualified than myself, maybe they knew more, I probably didn't take a second look at them. I didn't even bring them in for an interview. And that all had to do with insecurities and fear. What if that person critiques me? What if that person knows more? What if they have better ideas than me, right? Then I'm no longer that important person. I'm no longer needed in that organization. See, one of the most common myths, if you will, or most common mistakes that managers make is that they feel if they staff their team with people that are more qualified, better in leadership skills, that they'll no longer be needed, that they make themselves replaceable and dispensable. But here's the truth. When you learn to make yourself dispensable, that's when you become indispensable, because it basically means you're staffing your team that with a group of people that are fully equipped to take over for you. You know what that does? That puts you in a better position. It puts you into a position where you're more eligible for promotions because you've already equipped your team to succeed. And so the most of the time managers make decisions in their team members, in their players, in their staff, all based on fear and insecurities. Now, let's go ahead and really talk about leadership, because the key to explosive growth is about the ability to attract and develop leaders. There's really 3 areas that I want to talk about today. Number 1 is the 80-20 rule. Now, the 80-20 rule, this applies to absolutely any business out there, and it basically means that 20% of your organization will produce 80% of the results. And you can look at this from the standpoint of maybe you have salespeople, 20% of your salespeople are going to produce 80% of the revenue. Same thing from customers and clients. That's why companies take the time to wine and dine their biggest clients, because they know they produce the most in profits, the most revenue. And so what leaders do is leaders focus on their best players. They invest in the 20%ers, those that have the most leadership potential, the most eagerness and just excitement to learn and to grow, okay? And so when you look at the 80-20 rule, this is really about not only looking for leaders, not followers, looking for leaders, but also investing time and resources into increasing their leadership value. Because that really leads us to number 2, which is the basic law of addition versus multiplication. Now, if you think about this, if you are the only leader in your team and you have a group of followers, your business is only going to grow as much as you personally can grow it, right? And that's adding. You can only do one by one by one. You can only add so many accounts and so many business partners and, so many sales to your business each day. But here's the thing. Multiplication means that you're developing leaders. Now you have an entire team of leaders who have greater influence out there, okay? And this is about your ability to impact more people. If it's only you, you have a small circle of influence, right? But if you multiply leaders, all of a sudden you multiply how far you can actually reach, how many people you can touch, because chances are, think about this, if you're working with leaders and developing leaders, they each have their circle of influence. Chances are they are connected to other leaders that have greater influence over even more people. And so, that literally is the law of explosive growth, If you want to grow your business, you need to multiply. How do you do that? You develop strong leaders. Here's the other thing, and this is the neat factor, because when you staff your team or your business with a strong leadership team, now all of a sudden you have a much larger selection of people available to teach and train the weaker players. Weaker players have a tendency to try to take up most of your time because they need the most help, right? But if you focus on leaders, now you have a lot of different people that can help to equip the rest of your staff. Number 3 is legacy, and this is really about succession, okay? Legacy is about creating a business that will thrive and flourish beyond you, beyond your presence. Think about it this way. If something suddenly comes up in your life, whether it's a personal issue, and you're taken away from your business for a period of time, wouldn't you rather want to have a whole lot of leaders stepping into your shoes that can carry the ball, that can continue to grow that business so that you know whether you are present or not, your business will continue to succeed. Not only succeed, but thrive and continue to really duplicate. That's about legacy and succession. It's about duplicating leadership, duplicating efforts, and that goes back to multiplication. In order for your business to realize its potential, you need to influence people far beyond your personal reach, okay? That is really about explosive growth. Now, how do we do this? Okay, first of all, you need to learn how to become a better leader yourself first. You need to raise the lid, because when you become a better leader, it allows you to attract higher caliber leaders to your organization. Therefore, you can multiply, again, leadership development. And so what this starts with is you making a commitment to grow yourself absolutely every day. You need to have daily growth. You need to make that decision now that you're not going to procrastinate. You're not going to put this on hold. You're going to start changing and transforming yourself and your business today. I welcome you to come over to becomingchangeagents.com. It's a great resource for training material, marketing systems, business tools, and of course developing your on-purpose life. This is a great resource for you. You are welcome to any of the training information, videos, articles that I have done and posted in this site, because this is all about helping you to succeed. In this business, it goes back to the famous quote by Zig Ziglar: you help enough people get what they want, you will get what you want. I hope this has been helpful. I thank you again for watching this video. If this has helped you, please feel free to share this with anybody and everybody that you know. And I just want to say congratulations, and I wish you the absolute best to your success and your leadership journey.